So I guess we finally found out why Adelaide was off beat. Girl, let's get into it. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. I got 5 on it. Let me tell y'all something. Black folks, girl, I ain't ever going to the movies with y'all again. If there are 2 groups of folks I do not like going to the movies with, that is white men when I'm going to see superhero movies, and it's black folks when I'm going to see horror films. Like, girl, y'all be acting like y'all are giving us the director's cut. Y'all be acting like we live at Comic View on channel 36 back in 2007. Like, girl, I don't have the time. Oh my gosh, in the movie theater, so many people were just so loud and just talking, and explaining stuff like, girl, don't go in there, oh my God. And it's just like, black folks, you can, I guess that's how black folks see the movies and stuff. But sometimes I'm the type of person that I don't like the 4th wall to be broken. I like to be, like, plant myself if I was this character or whatever. That's how I do it, and that's how I see it. Like, I completely immerse myself in the film. And I'm gonna talk about how that probably affected me seeing this film and how I enjoyed it. So let's talk about the non-spoiler review. Let's go and get into it. My first reaction after seeing, I was like, okay, cinematography on it. Jordan Peele, it looks like a Jordan Peele movie. We're seeing the famous Jordan Peele cry. We're seeing some type of twist. We're seeing some stuff going on here. We're seeing this comedy. We're seeing this comedy that, you know, one of my friends made a joke about on Twitter that you can tell that a black person with a white parent raised them. And I was like, I kind of get it. Like, some of the stuff is like I like, you know, stuff that is small, like a small joke, and this so like a gotcha, like it's a badoons. I'm not that type of person that likes it. Like, I like stuff that make me think and be like, oh bitch, that was funny, that was some shade. And I didn't feel like I got that a lot. I felt like it was just very 5th grade level, like writing. It just wasn't that many Easter eggs in there to make me think and to mind fuck me to the point that I'm like, okay, I'm getting it. I'm getting, oh shit. Like, this build up. I feel like we could have did a better job with character development. I think the best character development we got was from the young boy and mainly the mother. Like, saw a Howard, you know, sweater. I want to see more of, you know, what Winston was going to give us. And honestly, Winston didn't give us anything in this movie besides them thick ass thighs. Yes, come on, Mbaku. Mbaku. I love you, bro, but this wasn't your breakout. Now, Miss Lupita, girl, you served the girls down. You gave me body, you gave me different, you gave me Maxine Shaw and Turner at all. Do you hear me? I was ready to go and let you defend me or prosecute somebody. I don't know how that worked. But girl, I'm going to you before I go to Phaedra Parks, okay? But Lupita did her, I think she deserves all of her things. Like, she was really giving it to me. And there was certain part of her, like, Lupita, ain't no way in the hell I'm doing this shit. I would have been laughing. I would have been sneaking like the actors be doing in these Tyler Perry plays. Like, I would have been laughing and pulling on their little mic on my wig. I would have been laughing and shit. So overall, if I had to give it a rating from a 1 to 10, I would probably give it like a 6. And I feel like I'm kind of grading it on a curve because I know how it is when I'm reviewing black art like this. And I know we have to be careful because I don't want it to make it seem like that I'm coming hard on Jordan Peele as a writer, as a director, because he is a black man, and there's been plenty of white folks have put out trash ass content and they have made plenty of money. So black folks should be able to put out basic content too. We don't have to work twice as hard. We should not have to work twice as hard to get half of the shit they got. So that's why I'm just like, I'm not gonna drag too hard and be like dismissive. I think everybody should go see it and get what you get. Apparently, I didn't get that much. So I'm going to talk about that, so get ready for spoilers because they're coming ahead. So Lupita is dealing with some trauma. Trauma, we know about that. We ain't going to talk about it, but apparently her parents got her therapy. Adelaide's parents had some coin. They said, girl, we're going to get you some therapy. So Lupita had a situation where she went, the little carnival thing, and sis went out and she strayed away. And she experienced her little tether, choking the shit out of her, like, girl, what you doing in here? You ain't supposed to be in Miss Mirror house. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the baddest bitch of me all? And she said, well, girl, not you. I said, well, bitch, that bitch got to move out the way because I'm taking her spot, girl. What's the tea? So when we talk about symbolism, we talk about duality. Jordan Peele did say, like, sis, yes, we are, like, this has a message. This film has a message. Now, Jordan also has said that he did not, want this to be about race. But at the same time, you cannot do a film about race. The fact that you're saying that you're not going to do a film on race is letting us know that you're doing it on race. And I take that how you want to, but it's impossible. We live in this society that focus on race because of white supremacy. So look, we don't have no choice. We don't have no choice. Like, it is what it is. So now it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's impossible to do it. So Jordan Peele. So it's made to seem like we are our own worst enemy, like us. Like, girl, you are the reason why you can't get ahead. And I was kind of like scared. I was like, ooh, please don't make it seem like black folks are their own worst enemy. Like, please don't do that. I was so terrified of that. And we did not get that. Now, let me tell you what we did get. We got a black lead character with a dark-skinned lead character as well. I hardly ever see a movie with two, like, the parents are two black and they both dark skinned. There is no Martin going on. There is no, what are these other shows that we got? There's no Bill Cosby show going on. Like, all these shows that we think about, the Proud Family going on, when we have a dark skinned father and then the mother is light skinned. Like, I'm so glad that, like, this was important. I appreciate Jordan Peele for doing this. Shout out, girl, it was the tea. So Jordan Peele did say that it's a reflection, like I said, of what is going on and in society and like how the U.S. is treated. So immediately, when the trailer first came out, I thought to myself, I was like, girl, maybe Jordan Peele is telling us to get out the U.S. Like the first movie was Get Out, and then you got U.S. And I was like, I don't think he meant us. I think it's something else to that. And come to find out, after watching this movie, my theory is that the U.S. standing for the United States. Now, these people who are called the tethered, these are the folks who are like the copies of us or whatever, and you can't create a soul. Like, we start off in the beginning of the movie, they talked about, the tunnels and shit. The tunnels are everywhere, but nobody knows where they lead, where they're going, or why were they even created. So apparently these tethers have been living throughout these tunnels and stuff. They've been living underground. The government has created these things or whatever. They can't create a soul. But at the same time, why is the government creating these things? Like, are they using them for labor or something? Like, what is it? Are they paying these hoes on Walmart prices or some shit to do work or something? And then when I think about that, I think about how the tethered they're seeing like, I am useless. I want to exist in your space. I want to be able to do the things that you're doing. I want to have, like, I have a family, you have a family. We are the same thing. We have the same thing going on. And it made me think about, how how the whole conversation has been about, the people crossing the border and trying to get a better life and all that. And I feel like that probably had a play on the holding hands thing across. Maybe that was symbolism of the border. Now that I think about it, maybe like it made it seem like that it was a together thing, like they was all holding hands, but maybe that was the wall that Trump was building. Maybe there was a wall of people like, you can't do that. Like, maybe it was some type of shit like that. But these tethered folks were trying to get and live a life, and apparently they weren't taken serious. They like, I gotta take you out, and I have to take your spot. So this is this is a real spoiler. I think this is the only spoiler that I got. Come to find out, Lupita's character Adelaide did snatch her ass up. So the clone, which is the tethered, snatched her ass up and locked her ass up in the basement and took over. Now, Adelaide was the only tethered that was able to speak. She was the only one able to speak. Now, you remember when the white tethered, she was trying to talk. At first, I thought, and me and my boyfriend thought, maybe she couldn't speak because she didn't have a voice in the home. Maybe she didn't have a voice in, like, the tethered was like her own worst enemy. And that's what I wanted from it. Maybe that's what I really wanted, is to see, like, me fight my own worst enemy. I think that's kind of probably like basic a little bit, because you would expect that. But I thought there would have been a cute job to say, like, I am you, but you're a different type of qualities and some shit. But we didn't get that. And come to find out, none of the tether could speak. But Adelaide, the original Adelaide, could speak. Her voice was kind of fucked up. And I was like, okay, why is she talking like this? Well, speak. Yo, fuck. Why was she talking like that? And maybe that's because the copy of Adeline choked her ass out and fucked up her vocals. I don't know. So the government has cloned these things, these tethered folks. For what reason? I don't know. Like, what is the purpose of them cloning? Like, I didn't get that. The rabbits. I wanted more meaning with the rabbits. I wanted the rabbits to tell me something. The only thing I can take from the rabbits is the rabbits going down this hole, this tunnel and stuff like rabbit. And I was thinking about Alice in Wonderland, like how the rabbit told Alice, like, bitch, come on, we finna go in this hole. We finna disappear into a different dimension or some shit. Maybe that. But I think that should have did a better job than her going down to the elevator. I feel like that was just, I don't know. Even the mirror house or some shit, like it was just, I felt like it was rushed. I feel like there could have been a lot more stuff written, and that's why I think creators have to like take their time and stop trying to put out shit and burn out. I feel like it should have been more time, because if you're gonna give us some type of symbolism with the rabbit, I need to see that shit. You can't introduce some shit to me and like not show it. Now, and I think about how trash and good Bird Box was. I feel like Bird Box didn't explain some shit, but it wasn't so many holes to the point that I was irritated. It was just like, okay, girl, let me think about it. There was one Easter egg about, we didn't see the demons, but we were told about the demons. Little Ray's character talked about, Little Rail's character, I'm sorry, talked about, you know, the demons and what they could be. And then we probably go home and do the research. Now there was, you know, a conversation about Jeremiah 11. And I think Jeremiah 11, let me look it up. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. I don't know what the hell that means. I'm not a Bibleologist or whatever you would call that. But this is what they're saying. Jeremiah was a major prophet in the Old Testament. He's sometimes referred to as the weeping prophet, having had a right old time of it. He wrote the book of Jeremiah, which is the 24th book in the Old Testament, as well as the book of Lamentations and the 2 books of Kings. Jeremiah was tasked with delivering word from God to people of Judah, forewarning about the destruction of Jerusalem as punishment for breaking various rules, including worshiping false idols. Jeremiah had particular beef with people burning their children as offering to Moloch and bowing down to Baal. This is something I'm reading on Den of Geek. So a lot of folks are taking away that the tethered folks are underclass people. They're an underclass group of folks. Maybe they're not black excellence, if you catch my other teeth. But maybe that has something to do with it. And even with the Jeremiah 11, I felt like it was just, it was just poor. It was just like, even the clock saying 11:11, like make a wish, I got that. So the original like prophet guy who had Jeremiah 11 or whatever in his like poster, I guess he was supposed to be like a homeless person or a bum or something. I don't know what the hell you would call them. But we saw when they pulled up that he was dead. And then his clone, his tether came, and girl, she was holding hands and stuff. So I like, it was just, I'm gonna be honest, I really think for anybody who said they was like mind blown, I hate to be shady, for anyone who said they were mind blown or like they were, I really think you must not watch too many movies. You must not. I don't know how to feel about that, because I'm just like, how were you mind fucked by that? Like how did that make, like it didn't fuck my mind like that. It just, and I don't know how to explain it. But overall, I think everyone should go see the film. I think you should go see how you felt about it. Honestly, I'm gonna be, in my humble opinion, I think this should have went straight to Netflix. I think it should have been straight to streaming. I don't think she was worth damn near $40 to go. I just like, look, I'm sorry y'all, but movie tickets are getting too goddamn expensive. It is costing, like, for a couple or 2 people to go, probably even a family, it's gonna cost close to $100. And I'm just like, y'all gonna have to bring it. Y'all ain't gonna be able to put this bullshit out and be expecting me to be somewhere here spending $20 a ticket to see this shit. And I'm looking like, okay, girl, like, I'd rather just pay $10, $15 a month and be able to see all this bullshit under one roof and save me some coin. But like, no, I feel like this should have been a Red Box or a Netflix. I just don't think this was the best. I just don't think this was the best movie, but it was a couple of things in it, but it just didn't overwhelm. It did not like blow me away, and I think maybe that was because we were like, there were too much put into the trailer. I think some filmmakers are going to have to be able to adapt and understand, like, you can't put out like these heavy ass trailers because they're gonna tell a little bit of the movie. And sometimes that's like, they're like dampers the shit down. And it makes me think about how, you know, in Avengers, what was it? What was the first one? Infinity War. Like, they changed a lot of shit because it was like, girl, we know we're gonna figure this shit out and try to play and see what the hell it is. So I feel like I had already did the research, or a lot of folks had did the research because we were just anticipating this movie. But then when we got to it, it was just like, a lot of folks who, you know, pieced it up or whatever, seemed to be like, okay, girl, I was not moved. And I wasn't moved. But I think Jordan Peele did what he had to do, and he gave the girls what they didn't want, because I didn't want this. I wanted something better. But that's all I got. Let me know what theories that you have. What do you think about the whole U.S.? Do you think it stands for the United States? I think it stands for the United States. Most definitely. I think at the end, when these folks were holding hands, I think that's a representation of the border. I think that's what it is. Like, girl, like, we all need to be connected. We all are the same, no matter what class. We all bleed the same blood and all that other shit. Like, girl, it is what it is. But I got one question. Do you think that Adelaide was a scroll? That's a Captain Marvel Universe type of joke. So some of y'all probably won't get that. But let me know what you thought about the movie. Let me know what you thought about my review. Let me know in the comments, and I'll talk to you later on tonight. Bye.
To see us from far and wide, and you have to know. Get me from the front. That's my good side.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Just back up a little bit, because I don't want to have to whip your ass.